let's look at our last type of factoring problem. What if our coefficient isn't 1, but something else? This is what we call the AC method. You might remember that when I have a quadratic equation, I look at this as ax squared plus bx plus c. The AC method is referring to my a and c. Remember, a is always what's in front of x squared, and c is always a constant by itself. With the AC method, the first step, I'm going to take a times c. In this case, it's going to be 27 times 7. Don't forget our negative. I'm going to multiply them together. And now, just like before, I want to find two numbers that multiply together to give me 189, that add together to give me 12. So I'm going to list out my factors of 189. I have 1 and 189. 2 doesn't work. 3 does work. 3, 63. Because 2 doesn't work, 4 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 2 doesn't work, so 6 doesn't work. 7 I know works. 7 and 27. Keep going. 3 works, so maybe 9 will work. 9 and 21. 10 doesn't work. It looks like 11 doesn't work. 12 doesn't work. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 doesn't work. 18, 19, 20, and we're back at 21. So these are our factors. Let's go ahead and, one more step before that. I have a negative here because this is negative, a difference. They need different signs. Because this is positive, the bigger one needs to be positive. And the smaller one needs to be negative. I'm going to go ahead and add these together. This is 188, 61, 20, and 12. So it looks like these are the numbers that we're going with. How I'm going to do this now is I'm going to write this out as 7x squared minus 9x. I'm going to change the order actually. Plus 21x minus 9x minus 27. What I essentially did here is I broke up this 12 into 21 minus 9. Now, it doesn't matter the order that you put it in. I just found that this might be easier for factoring, and I can show you the other order in 1 second. So now, when factoring, I'm going to factor by grouping. I'm going to look at this group and this group. I'm going to factor out what they have in common, and they should have the same thing left over. So if I factor out here, I'm going to pull out a 7x, and I'm left with x plus 3. So I should be left with an x plus 3 over here. So let's double check. I'm going to pull out a negative 9, x plus 3. That looks good. I'm now going to continue factoring by grouping. Notice how they now have an x plus 3 in common. So I'm going to pull that all the way to the front, x plus 3, and 7x minus 9. And this is our factored form. Let's go ahead and look at this other example. Just like last time, I'm going to take my a times my c, and I get 240. I want to split 240 up, just like last time. So I want to do 1 and 240, 2 and 120, 3 and 80, 4 and 60, 5 and 48. Because 2 and 3 work, I know 6 works. and 40. It doesn't look like 7 works. 8 does work, 8 and 30. It doesn't look like 9 works, 10 and 24. Starting to run out of room. 11 doesn't work, 12 and 20. 13, 14. 15 should work because 3 and 5 both work. 15, and let's go ahead and divide this one out. 15 goes into 24 once, with 9 left over. 15 goes into 9 6 times, so 15 and 16, there are no numbers in between, so that's going to be my last one. Because this is positive, it's a sum, so they have the same sign. Because this is positive, I know both signs should be plus. Now that we've had some practice, I'm going to skip quite a ways down because I need to find two numbers that add together to be 38. I know these aren't going to work. So let's jump down. 6 plus 40 is 46. 30 plus 8 is 38. It looks like we're here. I can now break this up either way. 10x squared plus 30x plus 8x plus 24. Again, just like last time, I split up 38 into 30 and 8. I'm going to continue factoring out something that they have in common. So 10x, I'm left with x plus 3. Like last time, I should expect to have the same left over. I'm going to now factor out my groups, what I have in common, one more time. And x plus 8. Now, earlier I said that it doesn't matter which order we put them in. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's say that I did this first one, but instead I wrote it the other way. So I have 7x squared minus 9x plus 21x minus 27. Just like last time, I want to look at the groups. So there is nothing in common between these except for an x. I'm going to pull out an x. I'm left with 7x minus 9. I should expect to have the same thing left over. So what's in common here? Well, just a 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. I have my x. 27 divided by 3 is 9. I have my minus 9. I'm going to factor out the common group, just like last time. You'll notice I have the same thing.